Western Callaway County today left one person dead and 2 others injured. The collision happened about 6 miles down State Road Y near County Road 365. Good evening, I'm Brianna Stubler.
And I'm Abby Dodge. Thanks for joining us.
A shed is completely burnt after a fire in Boone County this morning. Firefighters say a group of hunters used garden hoses to keep the fire away from a nearby house. That house was not damaged. Firefighters got the call for the fire off Highway 40 near Rocheport around 7:45 and got it under control around 9:30. The Columbia Police Department has 8 new officers, its largest recruiting class in years. The 8 officers went through 17 weeks of studying Missouri laws and codes, practicing defense techniques, and qualifying for firearm use. Their next step will be 3 weeks of orientation and then 4.5 months of field work. These new officers will hopefully help the Columbia Police Department with low staffing concerns. Graduation day was especially memorable for one Mid-Missouri woman. Amy Kiso-Bludso walked the stage and earned her master's in business administration. She is one of the first student graduation speakers for Columbia College. Kiso was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal breast cancer in 2016. Her speech highlighted living life to the fullest, and although it was addressed to her classmates, it was also a message for her children.
Braxton, Garrett, Zachariah, and Elena. When my time here is over, I hope that you will remember these words. When I cannot be with you, please remember these words.
Bludso and her family will get to spend time together during a vacation out west. An estimated 400 people honored veterans this holiday season at a wreath-laying ceremony today. It happened at the State Veterans Cemetery in Jacksonville. People placed over 1,200 wreaths throughout the cemetery, and that's just part of the approximately 1.6 million wreaths placed at headstones across the U.S. and overseas. And it's all made possible through generous donations.
We had great support from our counties. We have 31 counties for the Northeast region that the cemetery covers, so basically from Jeff City all the way up to the Iowa line, then over to St. Louis. So yeah, we've had great support.
Many of the donations come from individuals, but some come from businesses. If you'd like to donate yourself, we have information on our website at KOMU.com.
Lots of people in town this weekend for graduation, and it wasn't too chilly out there today.
But will the warm weather stick around? Matt, I know those temperatures were too good to last. President Trump is at Camp David for the weekend, gearing up for a big week ahead, which could see Republicans crossing the finish line on tax reform.
A Republican House and Senate committee agreed to a compromise bill yesterday, which will be voted on this week.
Here's what's happening right now. Firefighters are still fighting one of the biggest fires in California's history. There are mandatory evacuations around Montecito as winds gust up to about 60 miles an hour. Firefighters are spraying water onto hot spots, but the cause still remains under investigation. So far, firefighting costs are upwards of $100 million. But first, how about a live look over downtown Columbia? It is 9:10 on your Saturday evening. Lots of people in town for graduation. This is KOMU 8 News at 9. Coverage you can count on.
Highs staying in the lower 30s.
We're seasonal for this time.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Matt.
The Missouri Orthopedic Institute is the beneficiary of a new donation.
How the Institute hopes the money will move medicine forward. That's next.
KOMU 8's Chelsea Haynes tells us how the Missouri Orthopedic Institute hopes the donation will help it move forward in medicine. The Weiss Foundation made that donation of $2 million in honor of Standard's leadership. The group is a medical foundation based in Switzerland.
Visitors can see a single tree with over 35,000 fairy lights. Oh, so beautiful. I wish I could be there right now.
I wonder what their electric bill looks like.
Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Coming up on KOMU 8 News at 10, the Kansas City Chiefs battled the LA Chargers in a close, low-scoring game.
We'll have an update for you on the score as well as highlights. That's up at 10.
I thought the magic tree was impressive.
Oh
right?
my gosh, those lights. Hey, I hope your parents are okay with you taking a rain jacket picture for graduation tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe an umbrella. Bedazzle that a little.
On air.